Before we get into the video, if you guys want the best quality on your screen, make sure to press the settings and turn it up to 1080p. Also, if you want some captions, if you speak a different language, go to the bottom of your screen, press this button, go over to settings, and you will see an option to press onto subtitles, go to auto translate, and you have got hundreds of languages to select from. Enjoy the video, lads. EA have gone ahead and released Summer Swaps IV Objectives, or Milestones I should say. Now they're releasing this every single week. We had Summer Swaps 1, 2, 3 and now 4 on a Tuesday or Monday in the UK I believe. Now with this I believe the Summer Swaps 4 should be the last one, as I believe the deadline for you to use your Summer Swaps tokens are coming to an end, so I believe this will be the very last Summer Swaps Objectives or Milestones. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over all of the squad battles. I'm going to build you guys a 25,000 coin squad builder that you can use for them, go over some of the one league. I can't do too much of a one leagues one because obviously I cannot predict the first owner players, but I'll go in depth to some questions I usually get asked, whether it be what's first owner players, how to get first owner players. All of those questions will be answered within this video. Make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe as well for more objective guides, the occasional player review and some pack openings as well. If you guys do enjoy it, and let's get into it. As well, make sure to check out my Twitch, the links are in the description. We stream 5 times a week, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Alright, let's get into it. First of all, we've got Liga Portugal and MLS. Now, both of them is just win for squad battle matches on professional. They've actually bumped the difficulty down a little bit, which, as I said, I really like that about it. The Summer Swaps III one requires world class difficulty. The Summer Swaps 2 and 1 also required world class. This time, the Liga Portugal and MLS only requires a professional difficulty though, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's get into the squad builders for the MLS and Liga Portugal team, and also the tips and tricks. So the MLS team we have come up with, this will cost you no more than 25,000 coins. We've got Joseph Martinez at left striker, Raul Rudiaz at right striker, Sotaldo at left mid, Jamiro Monteiro as our left centre mid, Dos Santos as our right centre mid, Chara as our right mid, Lawrence at left back, Aaron Long at centre back, Miles Robinson at right centre back, and we have got for Yedlin at right back with Turner in a net. The reason we went for Turner, 6'3", saves with feet, basically the best you can get when it comes to MLS keepers. So this is the MLS team, as I said, no more than 25,000 coins. Now let's head into the first tip, and then what I will do is I'll flick over to the Super or the Liga Portugal team and show you guys that squad builder. Now tip number 1 is going to be making use of your super subs. You're allowed up to 3 subs every single match. You can have any bench you want. You do not have to keep it the MLS or Liga Portugal theme bench for this. As long as your full starting 11 is obviously MLS or Liga Portugal, you can have literally any bench you want. So make sure to sub on your very best players. For me, I've got an R9 and Kunku and a Tal. I think the back line is good enough in both the Liga Portugal and the MLS team. So I think you do not need a defender super sub, but if your defense isn't great, then you could always sub on a defender. But I'm going to sub on 2 midfielders and my R9, my striker. So I'll sub on Nkunku and a Tal in the midfield, and I'll probably sub on R9 for Rudiaz up top, making use of those 3 super subs. Getting on over to the Liga Portugal team, same thing goes, exact same price range, no more than 25,000 coins. It will most likely be even cheaper. Now the team we've gone for Liga Portugal, Darwin Núñez at left striker, not even going to try pronounce his name at right striker, Everton at left mid with Pizzi and Jedson Fernandes as our centre mids, Rafa at right mid, and as well a little bit of a warning with his Pizzi card. He has transferred clubs to a Turkish league club, so when you are picking him up, make sure you buy his Benfica version right here. Benfica, make sure you buy that version instead of the Turkish league one, otherwise obviously he will not link and he will not get the objectives done. Now where were we? Left back, we have gone for Sanusai, hopefully I'm pronouncing that somewhat correctly. 2 centre backs of Pepe and Lucas Verissimo, Wilson Manafa at right back, and okay, you guys can let me pass on this one. Not going to try pronounce his name in net. Once again, making use of the super subs, I'll probably sub on my R9 up here at striker. I'll probably sub on my Werner for Núñez as well, and I think my midfield is actually quite respectable, so I'll probably sub on a Tal for the worst lot out of it. Pizzi or Jedson Fernandes, they both look okay, but I mean, a Tal's obviously better than both. Miles clear than both, so it doesn't really matter. I'd pause it straight away and make these changes so it would play like this in game. Obviously, you have to go into the game first and pause it. Obviously, you need to go into the game with the full Liga Portugal team. So tip number 1, super super subs, make use of those free super sub players you've got. If we head on over to tip number 2, we're going to go over to the handy dandy Footbin. Now Footbin, I would like to mention, I'm not sponsored, but these guys are absolutely brilliant. You can search up any player you want, and we're going to basically get into tip number 2, which is chemistry styles. I'm going to explain to you how chemistry styles work and the best way to find out which chemistry style is best for a specific player. Now in our Liga Portugal team, we're going to take our left mid, which is Everton. We're going to use Everton as an example. I keep misspelling his name. We're going to use Everton as an example. Now as you can see on Footbin, he is currently 1.5k on the PlayStation, 1.8 on the Xbox, 1.4 on PC/Origin, and as you can see, with a basic applied, every single card has a basic chemistry style. Whether you've packed him or if you buy him, he's gonna have a basic chemistry style. The only way he wouldn't is if you buy him from someone else that has applied a chemistry style beforehand, alright? But with a basic, as you can see, he's an 83 rated left wing. He's gonna be playing as a left mid, which is basically left wing, and a left mid, left wing, same thing. If he does gander forward a little bit, which you will notice with your right mid and left mid in the 4-4-2, you'll kind of be in this area of the pitch anyway, so he kind of works as a left wing more than he does a left mid, dropped back a little bit more. He's kind of more attacking than he is defensive. So what you want to do is you want to go through all of these chemistry styles and see which one affects his left wing or left mid rating the best. A sniper brings him down, so you do not want to use a sniper. A finisher brings him up from an 83, I believe it was, yeah, an 83 left wing to an 85. A Deadeye puts him to an 84. Architect, can we beat an 85? It looks like an 85 is going to win here. It looks like an 85 is going to win. So a finisher. Obviously, he's only an 83 left mid with a finisher, but as I said, he'll be playing more of a left wing role anyway. As you can see, plus 10 shooting, plus 8 dribbling. It's going to make him 2 ratings better than he was in game originally, and that goes for the whole team, alright lads? So you want to get the chemistry styles going on all of your players, all of the players you don't sub off anyway. Now, if you do not want to go out and buy chemistry styles, most of them are very cheap. I would just avoid hunters and shadows, but you will have probably quite a few in the club that you can use. So make sure to get the chem styles on your gold players, because I promise you it will just make them feel a little bit better, a little bit more responsive. If it's an attacker, they'll have much better shooting, and it'll be very, very noticeable in game. And who knows, that could be the difference between you winning or you losing. And tip number 3 for squad battles is going to literally be refresh as much as you can. Now as you can see, and I'll circle it for you guys, at the bottom it gives you the option to update your opponents. Square on PlayStation and X on Xbox, you'll be able to confirm. Now you can refresh every 5 to 10 minutes, so what you can do is choose the worst team from each section, play that on the required difficulty, which is professional. It is no longer world class, so you can play that on professional. An 87 rated squad with 51 chem seems to be the worst squad here, so we'll play this one on professional, then we'd have the option to refresh again. We can refresh it again now, as it's been more than 5 or 10 minutes since I last refreshed it. As you can see here, a 194, you definitely do not want to play that, but an 81 rated squad with 53 chemistry, I would love to play this team on professional. You should be able to beat that. So you'd go into the game, play that, then after the game it would have been more than 10 minutes, so you can refresh again, and it's just a matter of refreshing, keep playing those poor teams, and so on and so forth. I will circle it for you as well. As you can see, it says 8 out of 40 matches played for me. If you do go over that match limit, do not worry, it still counts towards objectives. It just means the points towards your overall squad battles rank for that week will no longer count. So you'll no longer get points for playing the game. They'll still count towards the objectives though, no problem. So now that the squad battles part is done, we're going to have a look at the Premier League and Serie A 1 League. You've got win 4 matches in the Lightfoot Friendly 1 League with at least 8 first own Premier League players, and same goes for Serie A, 8 first own Serie A players. Now the 1 League game mode, you go over to play, go over to friendlies, and you will see 1 League on to play online, and I believe 1 League is one of the first ones that does pop up. Yeah, as you can see, now what they do with 1 League, which is a little bit annoying, is they have got 7 days left on it, but you've got a match limit. You're only allowed to play 4 games a day. Now the rules for this is first to, which means if your opponent scores first, the game will end. If you score first, the game will end. So your goal is obviously to get the first goal, right? It is literally in the rules. It is first to, it is golden goal. So it's going to be very quick games. Those daily matches are going to go very fast. You need to win 8 out of 7. We've got 7 days. You've got 4 a day. So 7 times 4 is 28. So you need to win 8 matches out of 28, which isn't too hard to do. So you would probably try, when I do this personally, I try to get at least 2 out of 4 a day. A 50% win rate is more than good enough, and you can just go from there. When it comes to building your first owner Premier League or Serie A team, I can't necessarily build you a team because I do not know the first owner players, or I cannot magically make first owner players appear in your club. But what you need is search your club for your best Premier League players. As you can see, first owner, you'll click on it and it says Josiah brought 4, and it will say first owner if you are the first owner of that card. Obviously, first owner of a card are cards that you have either packed or SBCs or objectives you've completed. They are cards that you are the first owner of. For example, as you can see, this Ramsdale headliners, it is not first owner. I brought him for 24,000 coins. Numbers of owners, there's been 2 of us. Obviously, someone sold him to me. I'm the second owner. He is not first owner. You need 8 players that are first owner. So I'd be able to use Ramsdale assuming I've got 8 other first owner players in there, because you can obviously, you need 8 first owners, which leaves you with 3 players that you're allowed to buy on the transfer market. Obviously Pepe, Saka, Varol objectives or SPCs, so they are all first owner. Chris Wood, same goes for Reece James. Grealish I packed, Lacazette's an SPC, and Timo Werner I packed, so they are all first owner. I'm the first owner of that card. Move on over to Serie A. I don't actually think I've got any amazing Serie A players. Mkhitaryan and Insigne are my only first owners. I've got some obviously gold rare and lower tier ones, which I'll probably have to make do with. Now, if you are really down bad, if you're really struggling to get first owner players, you don't really have time to wait it out for rivals rewards, because you're on time limit, you're on a game limit, you want to get playing these games ASAP. If you're really down bad for first owner players, what you do is you can go over to the foundation section and you go over to the silver upgrade. You can trade 11 silver players for 3 gold common players, and you just have to hope you get some Serie A or Premier League players. With your unwanted gold commons, you can put them into the 2 rare gold, the gold upgrade, and it'll give you 2 rare gold players. Once again, hoping to get a Premier League or Serie A player. And if you are really down bad as well, you've got an 82 plus player pick, which you can try and get some Premier League players from. Obviously, only submitting gold commons and gold rare cards from leagues that are not the Premier League or Serie A, because you do not want to be using all of those cards up. So as always, just before we end the video, we'll do a quick little recap. Liga Portugal and MLS squad battles on professional difficulty, not world class this time. Basically, make use of your free super subs. Get the chemistry styles on your players to make them feel a little bit better, and keep refreshing and playing that worst team in squad battles every time. It's just a constant repeat, play the worst team, refresh, etc, etc. When it comes to one league, if you are really struggling for first owner players, what you're going to want to do is go to foundations, silver or gold upgrade, or you could do the 82 plus player pick and just pray to the EA gods that you get some Premier League or Serie A players. Good luck, lads, happy grinding, and if you've got any questions I failed to answer in the video, make sure to let me know down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Much love, boys.